Breaking news: a major event just occurred, capturing public attention across the region. Authorities are currently investigating the situation as more details continue to emerge. Okay, in the past few days, ASEAN airline network has been in total chaos. Several major airlines, including Batik Air Indonesia, Sichuan Airlines, China Eastern Lucky Air China, and Vietjet Vietnam, have faced a massive disruption according to the travel, and there is 22 flight cancellation and 322 delays, leaving thousands of passengers stranded at the airport across East and Southeast Asia. So, what causing it? There is not one single reason, but it seems to be mix of factors. The first one is storms and heavy fog, and then technical and logistical issues, and crew and rotation problems. Major airports like Soekarno-Hatta, Changi, and Guangzhou, Baiyun, China were among the hardest hit, who stated passengers took to social media complaining about waiting over 6 hours without update and compensation. The impact: beyond passenger frustration, this has serious financial costs for the airlines and the airports, as well as hit to the customer trust. If you are someone who flies often, whether to school, work, or vacation, here's what to keep in mind. Have checked flight status online before heading to the airport. Have a backup plan like alternative flights. Consider travel insurance. Okay, so the fun fact is Batik Air has one of the highest delay rates in Southeast Asia this year. Around 23% of the flight delayed by more than 30 minutes.
Okay, the second news is Indonesia launched Nusantara 1 communication satellite. Satellite launch, the Indonesia government has successfully launched the Nusantara 1 communication satellite on Monday from the Kourou Space Center in French Guiana. The satellite was developed to improve and expand Indonesian national network especially for remote, rural and border areas that often face slow or unstoppable connection. The launch was carried out in collaboration with several international partners, making another major step in Indonesia's effort to advance its space and communication infrastructure. Purpose and the benefit. According to the Minister of Communication and Information, the Nusantara 1 project is an important part of the National Digital Transformation Program. The government's main goal is to ensure that every Indonesian citizen, regardless of location, has access to fast, stable, and affordable internet service. This includes the support on online learning in school, telemedicine in rural health center, and digital service in public institutions. By improved connectivity, the satellite will also help local business grow and make it easier for people to participate in the digital economy. Involvement of Indonesian engineers. The development of Nusantara 1 is a proud achievement because it involves young Indonesian engineers who took part in the research, design, and mission control. They work closely with experienced international teams to ensure the satellite meet global quality and safe standards. This collaboration also helped Indonesian engineers gain valuable knowledge and experience in the field. Aerospace technology knowledge that can be used to build future satellites. Independently, the satellite is expected to begin fully operation January next year. Orbit at height of uh, 13 36,000 kilometers above the Earth, covering almost entire Indonesian territory. Impact from the satellite. The launch of Nusantara 1-2 is expected to reduce the digital gap between urban and rural. Communicated millions of Indonesians in isolated area will finally have access to online education. E-commerce, health care, information, and government service is mark crucial step in Indonesian journey toward becoming a digital connected and globally competitive nation by 2040. In addition, the project highlights Indonesia's growing confidence and ability to take part in space technology and innovation, paving the pathway for future generations of science and engineers.
Okay, for the third news is India sends aid to Indonesia amid Cesium-137 radioactive crisis. So, amid growing concern over possible radioactive contamination, Indonesia just received an emergency aid from India to tackle a Cesium-137 crisis, a dangerous radioactive isotope that can seriously harm human health if released into the environment. So, what happened? Indonesia's nuclear regulatory agency detected a trace of Cesium-137 in certain industrial and agricultural zones, sparking fears of contamination and potential exposure. In response, India quickly shipped Persian Blue, a mission used to bind and remove radioactive particles from the body through natural extraction. So, why did India step in? India and Indonesia have a long-standing cooperation in health, disaster response, and civil nuclear safety. As soon as the situation was reported, India became one of the first responders, showing strong regional solidarity and friendship. Okay, so why did it matter? Cesium-137 can come from industrial or medical device that use radioactive isotopes. Improper disposal or accidents involving nuclear materials. If not handled properly, it can cause cell damage, immune suppression, and even long-term cancer. The Indonesian government has now tightened inspection and begun a clean up to ensure the public is not at risk. Okay, so a similar incident happened in Brazil back in 1987, known as the Golania incident, when people found and mishandled a discarded medical device containing the Cesium-137, leading to multiple deaths and widespread the contamination. That's why Indonesia is acting fast this time to preventing anything like that to happen again.
Okay, for the fourth news and the last news is heavy rain caused flooding in several areas of central Java. Flood situation, heavy rain that began on Saturday night has caused surface flooding across several parts of central Java, including in Solo, Klaten, and Boyolali. The rainfall, which lasted for hours, caused a river to overflow and submerged hundreds of houses. In some neighborhoods, water level reached up to 1 meter, forcing residents to move their belongings to higher places or evacuated to temporary shelter. Local officials report that the flooding also affected main road, making transportation and daily activity more difficult. Government response. The Regional Disaster Management Agency PBD responds quickly by developing resource teams to evacuate affected residents. Several emergency shelters and public kitchens have been established in school and communication center to flood food, clean water, and basic supplies. Volunteers and local residents are working together to clean drainage system and prevent the water level from rising further. In addition, the government is coordinating with the National Disaster Mitigation Agency DNPB to send more aid and equipment to affected areas. BMKG weather warning. The Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency (BMKG) issued a warning that heavy rainfall may continue for the next few days. This weather pattern is influenced by the Asian monsoon and the La Nina phenomenon, which both contribute to increased rainfall recently in the region. BMKG urges residents living near river or slopes to stay alert for potential flash flood and land disease. Authorities are closely monitoring river level and weather conditions to respond quickly if the situation worsens. The impact is the flood have caused significant disruption to daily life. Many families have been temporarily displaced, schools have suspended class, and local businesses have suffered losses to damage property and limit access. Beyond the immediate effect, this disaster highlights the uneking the need for better treatment system and environmental care and disaster purpose education. The government has reminded citizens to take preventive action such as clearing waterways and avoiding littering, with often worth flooding during the rainy season. Okay, I will closing, and that's all for today news. This story reminds us that technology and nature both play powerful roles in shaping our life. From satellite connecting people across island to natural event reminding us to care for our environment. We hope that news keep your informed and inspired to stay aware of what's happening around us. Don't forget, always check the last update and stay safe wherever you are. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. I am Atta Narendra Hartanto and Dennis Raihan Adiatsa, and this has been Today News Report. See you next time.